Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to go through a kind of an unboxing of an order I made and got from VIEVE. I was really excited about this specific order because of this product. This was a new release from Jamie from VIEVE. It's the invisiveil setting spray. I am going to go through some of this overhead footage and provide some commentary, some color commentary with regards to the products, the packaging, etc. I might pop back in here and there to say something or show something. We'll see how this stitches together in the editing phase. But that's the video. Welcome. Hope you enjoy. So every shipment that I have gotten, every box I've gotten from VIEVE has been shipped like this. They tend to do pretty minimal packing, which made me nervous at first, but I have never gotten anything from them that was damaged, crushed. None of the powders have ever been busted, and I think that says something. So yeah. Also, if you spend, I think it's $125, you get free shipping. And so this was a replacement brat liner because I do love it. I use it almost daily and I don't want to be out of it. This is my current brat liner. As you can see, it's not long for this world. The sponge and the case are pretty interesting. The case is interesting because you can make a couple of combinations of the lid and the container to essentially create a little stand or holder, like temporarily for your sponge while you're using it, which is cute. But at the end of the day, most of us just like throw this, you know, into whatever pile of shit that we have pulled out or, you know, spread out to like do our faces. I'm not sure if many people are actually utilizing any kind of stand, throne, shelf, fancy, whatever. It's a good sponge. I really do like it. I don't know if it's a $17 good sponge, but I paid it and I would pay it again. This is a replacement or a refill. They were out of the light, which is what I originally got, as you can see here. And I did get the medium. It seems that Jamie normally wears medium. I think that light worked perfectly for me, but in my experience watching other people use these powders, there's not a whole lot of pigment to them. So, and plus it's the summer, I do a lot of self-tanning. I bought the medium. I've used it since filming this. It works just fine with my skin tone currently. Even if I'm not self-tanned, it's not obnoxiously dark, that much darker than the light. I really love the powder case, the Modern Powder Perfector case. I think Jamie said that she patterned it or designed it. She designed it to resemble kind of the old school cigarette cases, which is that's just a nostalgia thing, I think, for anybody who grew up with a parent or grandparent or some adult that smoked. Cigarette cases were a thing. I don't think they're a thing anymore. They shouldn't be a thing, but it's fun. It's fun to think about. It's fun to think about back when smoking was cool. Okay, so I did get the Sunset Blush Balm in Piazza, and I already had this same blush balm in Rosa. These two shades are both gorgeous. They're more on the nude brown side of blush as opposed to pink or red. And I really prefer blushes like that. They tend to look more natural, like you've truly been out in the sun and gotten a little bit of sun on you. You know, I wouldn't say a burn, but it's obvious you got sun. So this lipstick is from Jamie's Satin Slip collection. There's only 4, and this is the last one. I already had all the other 3. This is the shade Kink. I really love all the details on this lipstick. It's probably why I bought all the shades. This little imprint of the VIEVE on the bullet is just gorgeous, even though it disappears immediately once you start using it. The magnetic cases on these are so satisfying. Now, the star of the show, the invisiveil setting spray. I am going to insert some of the details from Jamie's website, from VIEVE's website, about this setting spray. She's developed this one without alcohol, which I appreciate. I think most people appreciate. There's already too much alcohol in our skincare. Like, we don't need all that. I understand that it's a good preservative, but Jesus Christ. So it wasn't cheap. This setting spray, I think it was on a par price-wise with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. Why is the name so freaking long? Party all night, stay all day. Jesus, calm down, Charlotte Tilbury. I said Tilbury on purpose. So Charlotte Tilbury's is 3.3 fluid ounces. I'm going to compare contrast in some of the higher end pricing on setting sprays versus VIEVE's. It's pretty dang comparable. It was kind of weird when I first saw it because I was like, wow, that bottle's really small. Like, it's teensy tiny, like, especially compared to the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know, something about it just seemed smaller. I think it's because it's taller and skinny, but in all actuality, there's a little bit more product in this than there is in this. I did want to swatch all these lipsticks. So I did Kink first. It's described as and then Silk Sheets next. I was actually kind of taken aback when I swatched these two. It just so happened the order in which I swatched them, they were right beside each other, and as soon as I saw Silk Sheets go onto my arm, I was like, wow, that is almost, it's so close to Kink. Tonally, it's a little bit different, but color and depth-wise, it's incredibly similar. So then Deep Love, this is the deepest one or the darkest one. This was the first one I bought, and I just fell in love with the formula. It is a bit deep for me though, it looks very vampy. And then my favorite, obviously, from the amount of usage on it, you can tell, is this shade 90. And it is gorgeous. It's like a gorgeous peachy nude that's pretty light, but it works really well, especially with a slightly darker lip liner. It works really well with the combo of Brat and Bark, the VIEVE modern lip definers. It also works really well with the Makeup Forever Endless Cacao, and then one that's like a little bit more warm. I really like the Rimmel Lasting Finish and Spice, those two liners, and then Nighty with a little bit of gloss or something on top. It's amazing. It's beautiful. So then I also did a swatch of MAC Velvet Teddy just for reference / comparison. Sometimes when I see creators do swatches of lipsticks, I would really love if they would also swatch a lipstick that I recognize or that I have or that I'm familiar with, so I can kind of see what that lipstick looks like on their skin versus what it looks like for me, because people's skin tone, lighting, there's a lot of things that affect the way swatches look, and I think that having something to compare it to that you're familiar with maybe makes things easier. I also just wanted to see MAC Velvet Teddy because I think it looked actually tonally a lot like Kink and Silk Sheets, and I just found that interesting. So this is another VIEVE lipstick, but this is her Modern Matte formula. This was the original formula that she came out with, although this shade was not in the original release. This is the shade Pinch. It's one of my favorites from the matte line. I think it's described as a peachy pink, and it's beautiful. It's especially beautiful with the Modern Lip Definer in the shade Peached. I also sometimes add in Brat there, sometimes also the Makeup Forever Endless Cacao. I wanted to show these swatches in both indirect, like outdoor indirect light and then direct sunlight. I feel like you can kind of get a good idea with like the indoor, then the outdoor indirect, and the outdoor direct sunlight. I feel like you can kind of get a good idea of what they look like comparatively. I did do swatches of the blushes. I did Piazza first and then Rosa. Tonally, they are really, really similar put beside each other. I didn't expect that. I did the same thing with the blushes, just for comparison. I did do Tower 28. It's the Beach Please cheek and lip something in Magic Hour. I think Magic Hour is maybe the most popular. A lot of people have Magic Hour. It's a beautiful color. It's also similar tonally to this. Then I also did Rare Beauty's Bliss. I think that this one might still be the palest one of the Rare Beauty liquid blush line. I'm not 100% though, I haven't kept up with it. There's been more releases, but. And then I also did Glossier in the Cloud Paint. Color is Dusk. This was the first cloud paint that I ever bought. I have too many of them now, but this color was so interesting to me. I think this might have been the first time I ever saw like a blush that was truly neutral and had like a nude, you know, peach brown and wasn't super warm or super, you know, pinky cool. It was just beautiful. I love Glossier Dusk. So yeah, that's the blushes. One thing I have noticed about these serum blushes is that they do not have, I do not believe that they have a white cream pigment. It seems like they are a little bit more sheer than the others. You can kind of tell, especially when you look at Bliss and Dusk, that there's clearly some amount of white cream pigment behind that is that it's a bit more sturdy. I have lots of thoughts and feelings and reflections and info that I have tracked with regards to my usage of the VIEVE invisiveil setting spray, and that will be in a separate video. I did 4 different wear tests of it where I took pictures that are time-stamped and used 4 different foundation powder combos, and I have thoughts and feelings, and I think that they are valid and worth sharing, and I think someone will get something from them, so that will be in a separate video. And this look today has every product that was in that VIEVE haul. I have put all of those products on my face today. That's my haul unboxing VIEVE invisiveil. That's my video. This is the video. This is it. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you got something from this. Please give me a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe and all that shit. Or not, just do whatever. Just watch the video. Just thank you for watching. Bye.